How to hack your marketing list to get a deal every single month in wholesaling real estate. What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I want to show you exactly how you can go and hack your marketing lists to get a deal every single month with this really simple, easy concept. And this is a concept if you already have all the things in place. All you're going to have to do is spend an extra hour and you can get a deal easily this month with this special strategy. And this is a personal thing I do to hack my list to get deals every single month that really not a lot of people are talking about. Now, once I say it, you're going to roll your eyes and be like, wait, I kind of know about that, but I never implemented it. And you're probably right. It's called stacking your lists. You've probably heard of list stacking, but you've never done it before. Where you've heard you had to buy a bunch of softwares and do all these fancy things for it. When in reality, that's not what you should be doing. What you should be doing is just stacking the list on a really simple. Now, back in the good old days in 2017 and 2018, every YouTuber or real estate influencer was talking about list stacking and it worked well, but the problem was everybody was doing it. Now that everyone's been pushing affiliate sales and paying for lists and doing PPL leads and PPC and SEO, the concept of list stacking doesn't make a guru any money, so they don't want to talk about it to you. And honestly, it's a super basic concept. But the concept of this is the more motivating factors a seller has, the more reason they're going to want to sell their property. And really the higher chance they're going to have to want to be a motivated seller. Now, we have all these AI software type things that try to predict a deal. But really what I found is this is the best predictor if someone wants to sell their house or not. My first couple of years, I used to do research post-deal to figure out how I got that deal and how I could have found that seller if I was doing any type of other marketing. And really one thing I found was with these really good wholesaling deals, especially the pops where I was making $30,000, $40,000, I looked at the seller. They had multiple motivating factor points. They either had a lien or maybe an IRS debt lien. They were all pretty much high equity. Some were in foreclosure. Some were not paying their mortgage payments. Some weren't even paying their taxes. And I figured out that the more factors, quote, you can find for somebody, the more likely they are to sell their property. And heck, the factors can be even really small. Like if you've owned your house for more than 5 years, you're more likely to sell your house than if you bought it a year ago, right? These small little factors kind of create a confidence score in my mind when I'm doing my marketing of what makes somebody more likely to sell the property or not. So for example, a seller that has a lien on their house and that has high equity is potentially a good wholesaling deal. But a seller that is high equity, has a lien, but also has a code violation, you double the chance of that person wanting to sell it for cash or maybe even being a good wholesaling real estate deal. This is where list stacking gets really, really interesting. If you're able to find motivated sellers with 2 or 3 of these factors all combined together, whoa, you're gonna make a ton of money. And these lists aren't gonna be massive either. They're not gonna be crazy big ones too, right? At most you have 100 for the month of this. And you can reach out to these people basically in a day. So it's a lot of reward that you can get for not a lot of work. So the point here is to find sellers who have a multitude of reasons of having motivated factors. So what I would say to any wholesaler watching this, I want you to pull a bunch of these lists. Number 1, the code violation list, a list of people who are getting fined every day from code enforcement for any multitude of reasons. They might have mold on their house, mildew. The grass might be too tall, but pull the code violation list here. Pull the water shutoff list, properties that are shut down due to non-payment for the water. Get this from the utility department. You get the code violations from the code enforcement department. Pull the fire damaged properties, a house that went up in flames, that was on fire. Get that from the firehouse or from the fire department for your local county. Heck, even the arrest record lists, getting a list of people that got arrested. These people do want to sell and they're highly motivated. You get the liens list, somebody that had a judgment against them, maybe if they're not paying their taxes, maybe if they're behind on their credit cards, maybe if they got sued and there's a big judgment on them they have to pay. You get that from the local clerk of the court. You can look up probates from the clerk of the court too, people that probably passed away and maybe someone that's inheriting a house. The tax delinquencies, basically a list of people who are behind on their taxes. There isn't specifically a lien on them yet, but there's about to be or soon to be. But right now they're behind on their tax payments. There could be some money issues there. And the pre-foreclosure list, people not paying their mortgages. What I want you to do is pull all of these lists. Let's say there's 300 on each list that I mentioned. That's about 2,700 leads. What I want you to do is, again, have 9 different Excel spreadsheets or Google Sheets for free. And then I want you to copy all these leads into a master sheet. And the master sheet should be done by seller first name, seller last name, property address, property city, property state, property zip code, and the factor on like another thing, on another header. And what I want you to do is go in Google Sheets, go to property address, go to the format tab, go to conditional formatting, and then use the custom formula there, and it should be able to pop up duplicates. Now, if that's too confusing, you can look up how do I find duplicates on Google Sheets, and I'll help you do it for free. But also, what I think you should honestly just do instead is you can save that Google Sheets, go to something called Gemini AI, which is Google's free AI, and ask it to find the duplicates for you. Just literally write, find me the duplicates in the spreadsheet. You might have to upload a PDF of the spreadsheet or a picture of it. But what AI is going to do, Gemini AI, is they're going to look at the spreadsheet, analyze it, and tell you what the duplicates are. And they'll say, these 5 are duplicates in the 2,700 leads that you have. And boom, you found your motivating factors. Now, I'm more inclined for you to use Google Sheets for this, and then maybe use Gemini just to test things out. But Gemini AI is really good at figuring things out. We can use AI to stack our list for us. This is an insane hack on how to use AI to work smarter, not harder. Then from there, you're going to find some duplicates. You might find 40 or 50. Let's say you find 50 here. What you need to do is you found the golden 50 leads. You got people who have 2 or 3 or heck, even 4 motivating factors. This is something we need to go all in and go crazy on. We are going to have to reach out to these sellers in like 4 or 5 different marketing channels. This is not our typical lead. This is a lead that we need to go all in on. This is a lead we need to go crazy with. This is a lead we need to give all of our marketing efforts to. So what I'm saying is if you have these 50, 100, maybe even 150 leads, if you're that lucky, I want you to text all these sellers personally. I want you to call them, obviously using our scripts at freewholesaling.com. I want you to leave a voicemail if they don't pick up. I want you to put a sticky note on their house. Heck, call their grandma if they don't answer any of that stuff. You need to be going all in on these 50 to 100 leads. And I promise you, these leads are going to have the hottest, best chance of being a wholesaling real estate deal. So if you are completely serious about finding a wholesaling real estate deal quick with the best hack possible, you have to be doing this. If you want to learn more exactly how to use AI for wholesaling real estate, Gemini AI, my scripts for calling and texting, because you're going to have to do that, or how to find the seller's grandma if they don't pick up, make sure you go to my free real estate wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com, where I truly break down my step-by-step process on how to wholesale real estate absolutely for free, step by step. Guys, if you got any value from this video, make sure you go to freewholesaling.com. And again, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe. We'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one.